Hi folks, Bob Dale for Total Sales Solutions in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell lots of things, folks. One of the things that we do like to sell, and those of you who watched our sales the past few years know that we have sold literally in the thousands of Ford diesel trucks. We like them a lot, our customers like them a lot. They're bargains, all that. We've never had a problem with them. The most difficult truck we have to find that our customers ask for the most is a 7.3 Ford diesel. 7.3 Ford. Folks, I guess that engine's magical. Everybody agrees that it's the best engine Ford ever built. Well, we're going to list one today we found, folks, that you couldn't take a GPS and whatever and a helicopter pilot and two midgets flying it and find one of these. This is a pretty truck. It's a 2002 Ford, 2002 Ford. It's an F350. F350 single rear wheel, four-wheel drive, 7.3, and a pretty truck. Got all the equipment, all the amenities. It's got
navigation.
It's got navigation. Come on, we're going to show it to you. This truck, a perfect set of matching tires, folks. These Buck Commander tires, those are not cheap.
Duck
Over here.
Commander.
Pardon?
Duck Commander.
What did I say, Buck?
Buck Commander.
I got deer hunting on my mind. I Southern truck all its life, folks, right around Jackson. No rust issues, none of that. And I have to do that in every one of these sales because all of our customers come from the Midwest, the East, and the first thing they ask me, any rust? And there's a reason for that after having spent some time visiting there and seeing their trucks and cars falling down, fenders falling off. I know now why they're concerned. Look at this. Not eat up, just perfect. Look at the inside of this truck, an oak too, folks. Look at the carpet. The seats, got navigation, windows, door locks, tilt and cruise, power on both sides, it works. It's a Lariat, I mean, the headliner's perfect, no smoke odors. Gosh, we've not had one much nicer than this, a 7.3, have we? Two-tone? I can't tell, and I don't want any dirty jokes. Is this a long wheelbase?
It is.
It is, that's good. Look here.
It's a big one.
Mr. Ford painted that. Back seat here. This is not a concourse truck, as I sometimes say, folks. But let me say this. For what it is a nice one. And for what it is, a 7.3, 1-ton, single rear wheel, go try to find one. If you've got a work site, look under here. Or you want to pull, you got a boat that you want anything else pull, or a farm job, well, this is a truck for you. She will do it. I'm not strong enough to open it, son.
Well, apparently I ain't
it's
either.
locked. It's locked.
Oh,
that's why. Yeah, we'll unlock that later and open. That help. Look down the side. Not beat up and pecked up. There's a little, well, I don't even see one now. I was going to show you. That bed liner looks like new. You can see down the side. I'm sure you can find some pecks in the shadow here, but they certainly don't show.
There's a peck.
Yeah. That's a peck.
There's a peck.
We do that, folks.
There's a peck.
Yeah, we'll have folks
a big green peck.
And I'll say, boy, it's a pretty nice truck. Well, there's a peck. There's a peck. Well, you know, come on. Look back here. It has been a beautiful day here in the Confederacy. I hope it is where you are because it's pretty down here. Now, let me tell you something. My son is a little farther the other way than I am, and I guess the best you could, I guess I would have to characterize myself as a liberal Republican if there's such a thing, and I am.
Well, that pretty much sums up every
I'm going
Senate
to tell
Republican.
you something, folks. It is the middle of December, and I got on shorts, and it's going to be 80 degrees Friday. Now, that doesn't mean there's any climate change. Something's going on. Now, of course, my son...
Well, they went from global warming to climate change when it wasn't getting hot.
My son here is a lawyer, so he's going to beat me down about this, but something fishy's going on. Anyway, back to the truck. Look at these carpets. I just love these trucks, folks. You know why I love them? Because I get 400 calls before it's over. Somebody will buy this truck. They'll be happy. Dan will be happy. And get a great truck.
Oh, here's a pic.
It is nothing for these trucks, folks. After Katrina, they had 30,000, 40,000 trailers down here at Lumberton. We bought some of them. And these folks are in here pulling them around. And they invariably were driving 7.3 diesel trucks with 7.3 liter diesel.
Not dripping.
And some of them had some of them had 1 million miles on them. Some had 1.5 million on this engine right here. So it's no wonder that people love it. Dan's tapping his thumb. For some reason I'm in the visiting mood. But anyway, this is a great truck, folks. I'm serious, it is. And like I say, where can you find one? I wish we had 20 just like it, and that's not being verbose. We'd sell them all next week. This is a 2002 Ford F350, the Lariat package. We showed you how nice it was on the inside. Sitting on a perfect set of tires. It's a 1-ton F350, single wheel rear axle, just everything like it ought to be, folks. Got a really good look to it, stands up good, rides and drives just the way it should. You'll never, they're just impossible to find like this. So if you've been looking for just a great truck, and especially a 7.3, look at this one closely, because it's a nice truck and it's going to be worth the money, and I promise you'll like it when you pick it up. Thanks so much for watching our video. We do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. Before I do, just want to show you under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under the hood. This is just how it came into us. Just as clean. Obviously hasn't been out mud bogging his whole life and everything. Got good antifreeze in it. Got the extended life, the orange antifreeze. Got a alternator's been replaced. The AC compressor's been replaced. Main thing I want to show you though, as you can see, just a wisp of smoke, nothing big. And smoke's no big deal as long as it's not puffing. But the main thing is, you can see I can set this oil fill cap down and it doesn't blow off. If your oil filler cap blows off, what that means is you've got cylinder compression getting past your piston rings and into your crankcase. And it means you got a wore out engine, but not the case with this one. You will see the ABS lights on. It's got a left front wheel sensor bad that we're going to replace before, obviously before we sell it. So don't worry about that. That'll be all taken care of before you pick it up or before it gets shipped out. But no other lights on. And you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. But what you can take away from all that is this truck's tight. There's no rattles or squeaks or anything like that. And in person, the truck has a great ride and drive. Now this is a GPS navigation system, and it also has a built-in backup camera. So when you hit it reverse, the backup camera comes on automatically. All that's wired up together. You can see the steering wheel. Maybe you can't see, but the steering wheel, not ripped or torn up, not chewed up or anything like that. It's in good shape. Now this being a 7.3 diesel, it's not going to be as quiet as these new models are, but hey, there's something to be said for driving a diesel that sounds like a diesel, and this one definitely sounds like a diesel. But the good thing is, being an 02, it's got all the updates that the 01.5 and up to early 03 7.3's got. More horsepower, just a lot of little improvements they made to this engine that, most of these trucks are 99s and 2000s and early 01s for whatever reason, and they don't have the updates that these later ones do. Now, that cord you see down there, that's where you can plug something in, tie it into the navigation system, your phone or whatnot. It's got the electric trailer brake controller. It's got cruise, that little green light's the cruise, it works. Now I'm gonna turn it off. Truck doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. The tires are, I would say, new. They're practically new. They may be new. They were on it when I got it, but they're, you know, as they say down here, knee deep in rubber. But this one of those trucks, it's hard to nitpick this truck. I mean, mechanically, everything's great. That power mirror works. That power mirror works. The only couple things I'll nitpick, you can see that little bottom convex piece of glass is missing, which seems to be a common problem. You can buy them on eBay for about $10, I think, and they just stick on. The only other thing I'll nitpick, it's got the overhead console with the little readout for your compass and thermometer, and it doesn't work. Now, if you look on eBay, there's people that will repair that if you send it off to them for about 20 bucks, but we don't have time to do all that, so I'm just gonna nitpick. And don't get me wrong, this is a nice truck. I don't mean to make it be too critical or harsh, but we know that most of you are buying these trucks sight unseen. So, you know, if you're shipping it, you're paying for it without seeing it, you want to feel good about what you're buying. So we try and go over everything that we know of that there is to nitpick, just so you won't be disappointed, because we're not going to risk our feedback rating over a ding or a rock peck or something like that. But as far as going down the road, this truck goes down the road just like it should. Drives great. I wouldn't hesitate to fly in, drive this truck home wherever you might live. Of course, there's no rust. It runs just great. I keep saying great, but it really does run great. No issues there. It's ready to make a trip. I wouldn't hesitate to make a trip in it. Or, you know, we realize that most of our customers are from up north and the Midwest, and they're buying a truck from us because ours aren't rusted out, and you know, a lot of you don't have time to fly in and drive one home. So if you don't, it's easy to have one of these shipped. Now, if you get online and you look around and you see some shipping calculators, and you plug in our zip and your zip, and don't be freaked out by whatever figure they come up with right off the top, because if you're not in a hurry and you don't mind waiting, it may be a couple days, it may be a couple weeks, but if you're not in a hurry, you can get on U-Ship and find a lot better deal, as much as half what their suggested price is, because you can get on there and U-Ship will give you a range of prices to haul it, and but you can name your own price. And what I do is just pick the lowest on the bottom of their little range of prices, and then people will send you offers, or they may hit your price. So either way, you can get a lot better deal if you just wait and you find somebody that's headed your way and has an empty spot on their truck and is willing to make a deal, so they're not hauling an empty spot around on their load. So just something to keep in mind. And if you live within driving distance of Dallas, Atlanta, or Orlando, then I can probably get it to you for $300 or $400. So just call me first, but I can probably get that done pretty cheap, because I know some dealers who send truckloads of cars in those cities, and they're always sending semi trucks full back to Mississippi, and of course they got to go down there empty, so I can usually get a good deal on that. Just something to keep in mind, check with me about beforehand. But if you have any questions about this truck, feel free to give us a call. Dad gave you his number, 601-218-1223. Mine is 601-376-9869. Be glad to answer any questions you might have. You want to talk price, want to make an offer, you know, just call us. Got a question about anything on the truck itself, just call us. Be glad to talk to you about it. That being said, appreciate you watching our video and hearing everything we have to say, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.